What if I told you that the 5-cent coin sitting quietly in your pocket could be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? That's right, the Jefferson nickel, a coin most people spend without a second thought, hides some of the rarest and most valuable treasures in all of American coinage. Today, we're counting down the top 5 ultra-rare Jefferson nickels that have shocked collectors and broken records at auction. You'll want to watch closely, because one of these coins might be hiding in your change right now. Number 1. Imagine holding a simple 5-cent coin in your hand, one that looks ordinary to most people but could secretly be worth thousands of dollars at auction. The 1943 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark is one of those hidden treasures that many people overlook, yet collectors are desperately hunting for it every single day. Stay tuned, because what I'm about to reveal could turn an ordinary coin jar in your home into a small fortune. Now let's go back to the year 1943, right in the middle of World War II. America was pouring every ounce of its strength into the war effort, and even our coinage was affected by it. Nickel, the metal usually used in 5-cent coins, was needed for military equipment and weapons, so the U.S. Mint made a bold move by changing the composition of the Jefferson nickel during those years. Instead of nickel, these coins were struck using a special mix of silver, copper, and manganese, creating what we now call the famous wartime nickels. This change gave birth to one of the most iconic variations in American coin history. One unique feature that makes the 1943 Jefferson nickel instantly recognizable is the large mint mark placed above Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. For the very first time in U.S. mint history, a mint mark appeared so boldly on the back of the coin, and on the 1943 nickel struck in Philadelphia, you'll notice a giant letter P right above Monticello. Normally, Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark at all, but these wartime nickels broke that tradition, making them truly stand out for collectors. When you spot that big P on the reverse, you know you're holding something special. What makes this coin so desirable today is its combination of history, rarity, and condition. Millions of 1943 nickels were produced, but finding one in pristine condition is the real challenge. Most circulated heavily during the war and after, which means sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong strikes are extremely rare. Collectors especially prize coins that show crisp steps on Monticello, which numismatists call full steps, and those examples command staggering prices at auction. The difference between a worn 1943 nickel and a pristine one can mean the difference between just a few dollars and thousands of dollars in your pocket. And here's where it gets exciting. Let's talk about real market values and jaw-dropping auction records. In April 2017, a 1943 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark, graded MS68 with full steps by PCGS, was sold at heritage auctions for over $9,400. Even in less than perfect conditions, these coins consistently attract strong bids at major auction houses like Stack's Bowers and Heritage, showing the incredible demand for this wartime rarity. For a coin that started as just 5 cents, its climb into the thousands is nothing short of incredible. So, how can you find one of these rare nickels today? The good news is that wartime nickels are still out there waiting to be discovered. Always check old coin jars, inherited collections, or even rolls of nickels from the bank. You'd be surprised how often these treasures appear where people least expect them. Flip the coin over and look right above Monticello for that large P mint mark. If you find one, the next step is to carefully check its condition, because that's where the big value lies. Higher grades mean higher rewards, and if you spot strong details, it could be worth sending to a grading service. Collectors today are not just buying these coins for their silver content, they're chasing them for their rarity and historical value. As time goes on, high-grade examples only become harder to find, and the demand keeps climbing year after year. Serious collectors know that holding a beautiful 1943 P wartime nickel is like owning a piece of living American history, and they are willing to pay top dollar for the very best examples. So if you're on the hunt for rare coins, the 1943 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark is one you absolutely need to keep an eye out for. Its wartime story, its bold design change, its scarcity in top condition, and its stunning auction records make it one of the most valuable nickels you can ever find. check your change, search through old family collections, and never underestimate the coins that others pass over as ordinary. They could be worth thousands. Thanks a lot for watching and joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare Jefferson nickels. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below to let me know if you've ever come across a wartime nickel in your collection. Your support means the world and keeps us hunting for more hidden treasures together. Number 2. What if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin from the 1970s could be worth thousands of dollars today? The Jefferson nickel, minted in 1975 with the D mint mark, may look ordinary at first glance, but hidden among these coins are ultra-rare varieties and high-grade examples that collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping prices for. Don't let this small piece of pocket change fool you, because this nickel has shocked the market again and again, and today we're going to reveal why. The year 1975 was a time of transition in American coinage and economy. The United States Mint in Denver was striking Jefferson nickels in massive numbers, yet only a fraction of those coins survived in exceptional quality. Most nickels entered circulation, suffered from wear, scratches, and heavy handling, which is why pristine examples from this year are so hard to find today. And that scarcity has turned the 1975 D nickel into a coin that collectors fiercely pursue at auctions and private sales. One of the defining features of the 1975 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark is the bold Denver mint stamp located on the reverse of the coin, just to the right of Monticello. It stands as a clear marker that your coin came from the Denver mint, and that little D can make all the difference when it comes to value. Collectors especially look for coins with sharp strikes, crisp lettering, and what experts call full steps on Monticello, where every single line is fully detailed. Spotting those details means you could be holding one of the most valuable nickels of its kind. The rarity of the 1975 D nickel lies not in how many were minted, but in how many survived in superb condition. Most examples today show heavy circulation wear, making high-grade coins extremely rare. Those that still carry their original luster, clean fields, and strong steps on Monticello are considered top-tier finds. And when such coins appear at auction, they spark intense bidding wars among serious numismatists who know just how scarce they are. Let's talk about real market value, because this is where things get exciting. While circulated examples may only be worth a small premium, the highest grade survivors can sell for thousands of dollars. In January 2021, a spectacular 1975 D Jefferson nickel graded MS67 with full steps by PCGS was sold at heritage auctions for over $3,000. Another example, also certified in top condition, reached similar heights at Stack's Bowers, proving that collectors are willing to pay big money for this so-called ordinary coin when it's in extraordinary condition. Remember, it only takes one coin in superb preservation to change everything. So how can you hunt for these treasures today? The first step is to carefully check your change, coin jars, or inherited collections where old nickels might be hiding. Flip the coin over and look for that D mint mark beside Monticello, then examine the steps closely. If they are sharply defined with no major breaks, you could have a valuable full steps variety. Even if your coin doesn't have perfect steps, high-grade examples with clean surfaces are still highly collectible and sought after. Bank rolls of nickels are also a smart place to search, as many collectors have pulled valuable finds straight from circulation. Collectors love the 1975 D nickel not only for its rarity and high grade but also for its place in the history of modern coinage. These coins bridge the gap between earlier Jefferson nickels of the 1960s and the changes that would come later in the series. And as more coins from this era disappear into private collections, demand only continues to climb. Owning a 1975 D Jefferson nickel in superb condition is like holding a hidden gem from America's coinage history, and it has become a status piece for serious numismatists. So the next time you're looking through your change, don't underestimate the humble nickel from 1975 with the Denver Mint mark. Its rarity in top condition, its stunning full steps variety, and its proven record at auction make it one of the most valuable nickels you could possibly find. This is your reminder that treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered, You just need to know what to look for. Thanks a lot for watching and sharing this journey into the world of rare Jefferson Nickels. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins, and drop a comment below to let me know if you've ever found a Jefferson nickel worth keeping. Your support helps us keep uncovering these hidden treasures together. Number 3. What if I told you that one of the most common-looking nickels in America could secretly be worth thousands of dollars? The 1964 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark is often hiding in plain sight, but certain varieties and high-grade examples have stunned collectors and broken records at auction. Before you ever spend another nickel, you'll want to know the full story of this coin, because it could turn your change into a small fortune. The year was 1964. A turning point in American coinage history. Silver was being phased out of dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and the U.S. Mint was under immense pressure to strike billions of coins to ease a nationwide coin shortage. To meet demand, the Denver Mint produced over 1.7 billion nickels that year, making it one of the highest mintages in Jefferson nickel history. With so many struck, it might seem impossible that a single 1964 D nickel could be valuable. But here's where the story takes a shocking twist. The 1964 D Jefferson nickel carries the Denver Mint mark placed to the right of Monticello on the reverse, and while billions were made, the key is condition and strike quality. Most coins were released into circulation immediately and suffered heavy wear, nicks, and scratches. But the rare few that survived in pristine condition, showing strong luster and sharp details, are the ones that collectors chase with fierce demand. Even more exciting are the rare varieties, such as double die strikes in coins showing exceptionally well-defined steps on Monticello, known to collectors as full steps, nickels. Finding a 1964 D Jefferson nickel with full steps is extremely difficult because most dies used that year were heavily worn, producing weak strikes with incomplete details. That's why a coin that shows all the steps clearly and remains in mint state condition can sell for incredible prices. These coins are not just nickels anymore, they are trophies of American coinage history, cherished by serious collectors who understand how scarce they truly are. Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping market values that have shocked the coin world. In September 2016, a 1964 D Jefferson nickel with full steps, graded MS65 by PCGS, was sold at heritage auctions for over $32,000. That's right, a coin that started as just 5 cents sold for more than $32,000 at one of the world's leading auction houses. Other high-grade examples have reached into the thousands at Stack's Bowers and Heritage, proving that this nickel continues to command massive attention and huge prices whenever it appears on the auction block. So where can you actually find one of these rare nickels today? The truth is, they are still out there waiting to be discovered. Search through old coin jars, inherited collections, or rolls of nickels from the bank. You might be surprised at what you uncover. Pay close attention to the reverse of the coin, look for the D mint mark, and then carefully examine the steps of Monticello under good light. If all the steps are sharp and clear, you could be holding one of the rarest Jefferson nickels ever struck. And that means real money in your hands. Collectors prize the 1964 D not just for its scarcity in top condition, but also because it represents the end of an era in U.S. coinage. It's a coin that bridges the silver age of American money with the modern era, and owning one in pristine form is like holding a piece of history frozen in time. As each year passes, fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation, and the demand for them only grows stronger among passionate collectors. So the next time you're searching through your change or checking an old family collection, don't underestimate the 1964 Jefferson nickel with the Denver Mint mark. Its rarity and high grade, its full steps variety, and its record-breaking sales make it one of the most valuable nickels you could ever hope to find. And remember, even the most ordinary-looking coin can sometimes hold an extraordinary secret. Thanks a lot for watching this journey into the world of rare Jefferson nickels. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1964 D nickel or any other wartime or modern rarity. Your support means everything and keeps this community growing strong as we continue to hunt for hidden treasures together. Number 4. Imagine pulling out your spare change and spotting a nickel that most people would overlook, but in reality, it could be worth thousands of dollars at auction. The 1971 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark might seem like just another coin from the early 70s, but certain examples have shocked collectors with staggering prices and intense demand. Stay with me, because this is one coin that could be hiding in plain sight right now. The year 1971 was a fascinating time in American history, and the U.S. Mint in Denver was working hard to produce billions of coins for circulation. The Jefferson Nickel remained the standard 5-cent piece, but quality control was a major challenge at the Denver Mint during this period. Weak strikes, worn dies, and mass production meant that most nickels from 1971 came out looking soft, with little detail on monticello and often heavy bag marks. That's why finding one in pristine condition today is like finding a needle in a haystack. One of the most important features collectors look for on this coin is the mint mark itself, the bold letter D placed on the reverse of the coin, to the right of monticello. But that's not all. Collectors especially prize the rare, full steps, examples, where the steps of monticello are completely visible and sharply struck. These full steps varieties are ultra-rare for the 1971 D nickel, because most coins struck that year show very weak details. If you ever find one with crisp steps, you could be holding a coin worth a fortune. The rarity of the 1971 D nickel doesn't come from its mintage numbers, because hundreds of millions were produced. Instead, it comes from the condition and strike quality. Circulation destroyed most of them, and the Denver Mint's weak strikes that year left collectors with very few high-quality survivors. That's why grading companies like PCGS and NGC consider full steps examples of this year to be extremely desirable, and collectors compete fiercely to own them when they surface at auction. Now let's dive into the jaw-dropping auction values that make this coin so exciting. In June 2020, a 1971 D Jefferson Nickel with full steps, graded MS66 by PCGS, sold at heritage auctions for over $3,600. Other high-grade examples with full steps have also reached into the thousands at Stack's Bowers, proving that collectors are willing to pay serious money for the best of the best. Imagine turning a coin worth just 5 cents into thousands of dollars simply because of condition and rarity. That's the magic of the 1971 D nickel. So how can you hunt for one of these rare treasures today? Start by checking your old coin jars, inherited collections, or even rolls of nickels from the bank. Look for the D mint mark beside monticello, and then carefully study the steps under good lighting. If all the steps are sharply visible without breaks, you may have found a full steps variety, and that could make all the difference in value. Even if your coin isn't full steps, coins in mint state condition with strong luster and minimal marks are still highly collectible. Collectors love the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel because it represents one of the toughest dates to find in high-quality condition from the entire series. It's a coin that challenges the skill and patience of collectors, and owning a beautiful example is a true mark of pride. Demand for these coins continues to rise as more collectors build complete Jefferson Nickel sets, and that means prices for top-grade examples will only climb higher in the years ahead. So the next time you're sorting through your change, don't overlook the 1971 Jefferson Nickel with the Denver Mint mark. Its story of mass production, weak strikes, and extreme scarcity in top condition has turned it into one of the most valuable nickels you could possibly find. And with record-breaking auction sales, it proves that even a modern coin can carry unbelievable hidden value. Thanks a lot for watching and learning about the ultra-rare and most valuable Jefferson Nickel from 1971. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and comment below if you've ever come across a Jefferson Nickel that surprised you. Your support keeps this channel growing, and together we'll keep uncovering the hidden treasures of American coinage. Number 5. What if I told you that a nickel minted in the late 1980s, one you might have in your pocket change right now, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the right condition? The 1987 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark is one of those coins that most people overlook, but collectors know that certain examples are ultra rare and carry staggering value on today's market. Stay tuned, because this coin could be hiding in plain sight in your home. The year 1987 may not sound like ancient history, but it was a pivotal time in U.S. coin production. The Denver Mint struck over 359 million Jefferson Nickels that year, flooding circulation with coins that were intended for everyday use. But here's the secret. While hundreds of millions were made, only a tiny fraction survived in pristine condition, and those coins have become the hidden gems that collectors are desperately chasing today. One of the key features of this coin is the bold Denver Mint mark, the letter D placed just to the right of Monticello on the reverse. While that D may look ordinary, it is what separates the 1987 D nickel from its Philadelphia counterpart. Collectors focus on examples with razor-sharp details, brilliant luster, and especially the rare full steps variety, where every step on Monticello is clearly visible. Full steps examples are the crown jewels of the Jefferson Nickel series, and for 1987D, they are exceptionally hard to find. The rarity of this coin comes not from how many were minted, but from how few survived in perfect condition. Most 1987D nickels entered circulation immediately and suffered from scratches, bag marks, and weak strikes from overused dies. That's why coins that show stunning detail, strong eye appeal, and full steps grading are so rare today. And when one of these elusive examples surfaces at auction, it can spark an absolute bidding frenzy. Now let's talk about real market values that make this coin so exciting. In August 2020, a 1987D Jefferson Nickel graded MS67 with full steps by PCGS sold at Heritage Auctions for over $1,000. While that may not sound like much compared to older rarities, remember this coin started as just 5 cents in 1987. Even in slightly lower grades, collectors are paying strong premiums at Stack's Bowers and Heritage, showing how demand for top-condition modern nickels is rapidly increasing. And as the supply of pristine examples shrinks, values are only expected to rise higher. So how can you find one of these treasures today? Start by carefully searching through coin rolls from the bank, as coin roll hunting continues to produce surprising finds. Always check inherited collections or coin jars that have been sitting untouched for years. You never know what's hiding in there. Flip the coin over, look for the D mint mark beside Monticello, and then examine the steps carefully. If you can see all the steps clearly with no breaks, you could be holding the elusive full steps variety that collectors dream about. Collectors today are paying more attention to modern Jefferson Nickels than ever before. Building complete sets with full steps examples has become a challenge for even the most advanced numismatists, and the 1987D has earned a reputation as one of the tougher dates to locate in perfect condition. That growing demand makes this coin not only a fascinating collectible but also a smart long-term investment for anyone serious about U.S. coinage. So the next time you're looking through your change or opening a roll of nickels, don't underestimate the 1987D Jefferson Nickel. Its rarity in top condition, its record-setting sales at auction, and its place in the Jefferson Nickel series make it one of the most valuable modern nickels you could possibly find. It proves that even coins from the 1980s, an era most people think of as too new, can carry hidden treasures worth big money. Thanks a lot for watching and learning about the ultra-rare and most valuable 1987D Jefferson Nickel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more amazing rare coin discoveries, and comment below if you've ever come across a Jefferson Nickel that surprised you with its value. Your support keeps this channel alive and helps us continue uncovering America's hidden treasures together.